The mind does not know the difference. It doesn't understand the difference between good and bad. It doesn't understand the difference between love and hate. It doesn't understand the difference between anxiety and depression. That is only the way that we view it and the prescriptive lens that we see through it, with our ego and the association that we make with what we are feeling or thinking. We think, oh, this is good, this is bad. We think, oh, this is love, this is hate. Oh, we think, I'm anxious or depressed. Anxiety, depression, your mind only understands it as an influx or a decrease in energy. It doesn't understand what anxiety is. It only understands a manifestation of excess energy. Your mind doesn't understand what depression is. It only understands a lack of energy. That's all it understands. Same thing with love and hate. The reason why people say love and hate is closely interlinked is because it occupies mental real estate. The mind doesn't know that there are positive feelings and negative feelings. It just knows that it is thinking about this thing or this person constantly, right? And so it's playing. Same thing with good and bad. Your mind doesn't understand the difference between good and bad. It only understands that based on the context that you give it, with your ego and the what's around in the contextual settings of morality and all these things. Your mind is very primitive, bro. Your mind is extremely fucking primitive. It's intuitive and primitive. It doesn't understand these things. But this is an important concept because you think, right, you're anxious, you think that you're depressed, but that's just the prognosis that you've given it. If you've given yourself that label, then that's what you're going to be. If you understand that excess energy is just what it is, excess energy, and you see it as, okay, now you have energy, then you can reroute that and you can rechannel that into other things. When I'm feeling anxious, I know that I just have extra energy and that I need to channel that into other things. Whether it be work, whether it be, gym, whether it be reading, whether it be educating myself, whether it be doing something else, something productive, bro. Anxiety is a very healthy emotion. I think anxiety is an extremely healthy emotion. We've been made to kind of have this negative bias and this negative view of it, but I think it's a very healthy indicator in a way that your body subconsciously knows that it needs to kick itself into gear, because where you are is not feeling aligned with where you should be naturally. So it's making you anxious. It's making you have this energy like, you know what I mean? So your mind doesn't really know. And you have to reframe these things in your mind. You have to reframe them to the most productive outcome for yourself, I would say.